Before I start with the actual video, I just want to give you guys just a quick summary of what La La Land is, just in case you've been living under a rock and have no idea what this film is about. La La Land follows two main characters, Mia and Sebastian. Mia, an aspiring actress, and Sebastian, a aspiring jazz musician. They both live in Los Angeles and are both trying to make their dreams come true. By chance, Mia and Sebastian meet and they fall in love. And it's through this love story that we get the magical, yet bittersweet La La Land. Just by this score, it is clear to see there's something special about La La Land, and this isn't gonna be a straight up review, because a review would mean that I'm sitting on the fence, I'm critiquing it, I'm telling you whether I think this film is good or bad, or just trying to be on the fence. Well, no, I'm not gonna be objective about this film. This film is amazing. What I'm gonna do is trying to convince you how beautiful this film is, and even if you've already seen it, I'm gonna convince you to watch it. So I'm gonna talk about La La Land firstly as a musical and a film. Even though it is both those things, it's just gonna make this a whole lot easier to talk about. So, like any good musical, it needs to have excellent music, and that is straight up what La La Land has. It is emotionally driven, and not only is it catchy, it is the perfect partner to the narrative that is Mia and Sebastian's. And that is exactly what a musical score, or any score for that matter, it doesn't even have to be a musical, that's what it needs to be achieved. It's not, the sound or music isn't just there just to fill silence, because even then, silence can be an effective tool for film or musical. The score is there to push the emotion, and that is exactly what La La Land has done. From the beginning number, there is a overwhelmingly sense of joy, and though that joy doesn't necessarily last the entire film, because joy doesn't necessarily last forever in real life. It comes and goes like the seasons, which is ironically how La La Land is structured in 4 seasons. And in a way, that is how the music is constructed. But even though the songs and the pieces start to dip down into a tone of sadness, a more serious tone, there is still this joy, because in La La Land, joy is this bittersweet concept. Bitter because of all those hardships that Mia and Sebastian go through, and the music that reflects it. Sweet because of the jazz, the sense of hope these two characters have, and that's reflected in its epic jazz tunes and its infectious, smile-inducing songs. This, in terms of a musical, is what makes La La Land stand out from the crowd. Now, as a film, La La Land is mostly made out of 2 genres. That is the old school MGM 1950s era musical and the modern love story. I say modern love story and not romance because in this day and age, in terms of films, I feel that romance films have evolved past the cheesiness or the typical ending or the typical storyline. Modern love story implies there is some sort of realism to it, and that is exactly what La La Land has. Like in such films as Me Before You or The Theory of Everything, there is something concrete, something that viewers can latch to that relates to their own lives. Not necessarily boy meets girl, boy falls in love with girl, girl runs away, guy chases after. There is more emotion involved, and the emotion isn't just come straight from love, but rather themes in life. There is still the first kiss, the dating, all those tropes that we all are used to in romance films. But what is different about La La Land and also the recent films is that we can see that it is more than just a relationship. It is the story is trying to tell something more than just love, but life itself. Which kind of brings me to my next point with La La Land, which is what makes La La Land different to those other films. I believe it's its life theme of dreams. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't any films that, deal with aspiring to achieve your dreams. What I'm saying is with La La Land, it uses this theme of dreams while also exploring love and relationships and what are the costs or what are the sacrifices or what are the benefits of having your dreams and a relationship intersect. And that is what makes La La Land so damn good. It is the emotion coming from that struggle, the excitement from seeing your dreams come true or seeing that relationship grow, but at the same time seeing those two at conflict. That is what makes La La Land different. Now, about the film aspect of La La Land. La La Land is directed by one of the youngest working directors in Hollywood at the moment, Damien Chazelle. What Chazelle has accomplished is that he has brought a modern story, a modern love story. These characters are both living in 2016, 2017, but place it in the style of this 1950s musical, from everything to the color, the dances, the dresses, the street lights. Everything feels and looks authentic, even though it's made to look magical or more than real. Which ironically brings me to my last reason why you should see this film and why I love this film. It is real. Gosling and Stone both learnt those dances for months. Gosling himself for 4 hours a day for 3 months learnt the piano. Those are real dances, real sets, real shots. Barely, if not no, CGI was used to create these shots. That skyline is a real skyline. That is just pure filmmaking. And as a filmmaker, that is why I love this film. And finally, as a film goer, what's been created on screen with La La Land, once you see it, you'll know exactly what I mean.